Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kens TV and the House Light Kitchen Sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit that post notification so anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst one of the first to receive. Now, with no further ado, let's get into this morning's video, if you will. It's 12:07 a.m. As you can see, I'm just getting off work. 12:07 a.m. Thursday morning. And I say, you know what? I got to talk to my YouTube people. So for you all that, been rocking with me, I definitely appreciate you. And as I mentioned, man, we're going to see how far we can take this thing, Who knows? But with that being said, there is a message. There's a message this morning. I want to talk about Joe Smith and his wife and the situation that they're having. Now, if you all not familiar with Joe Smith, he's a former NBA, number one NBA draft pick. Played 13 years in NBA, made roughly about $61 million. That's what, they're saying that he made. And over the years, I guess he's fallen on some hard times, so he's had to take, just regular jobs, to make ends meet. He's been with his wife for 13 years, and he recently found out that his wife had an Onlyfans account. She's been on Onlyfans freaking. Now, it was just her by herself. It's not like she was dealing with multiple men, but, she was by herself. But she was doing the most. Now, for you all that don't know what doing the most means, you got to pull your Urban Dictionary out. It means just doing, a little bit too much. Going overboard. You see what I'm saying? A little bit too much. So, we call it doing the most. So, he found out that she was on OnlyFans. And when he approached her about it, as I'm sure most husbands would approach their wife about being on OnlyFans, she decided to record it. When she recorded it, because I don't think she was live. I just believe she recorded it and ultimately uploaded it on social media. Now you have some people saying that they feel like this whole thing was a skit. It was a setup just for views and publicity and what have you. And it could be. Don't get me wrong. I watched it a couple times. And it seemed like he was upset, but yet he was very, very under control. So I'm not sure if the situation was, okay, let's do this so we can get some views. I tend to think that it's real, but who knows? So we're going to assume that it was real. We're going to make this into a real life situation, scenario, synopsis, if you will. She uploads the video of him and he's upset. Why would you do this? Why wouldn't you just come to me? We're married. This is something that should, it needs to be discussed. You on OnlyFans freaking. And I have no knowledge of it. And she's like, why are you even being like that? Yes, I was on OnlyFans. But I was only with myself, never anybody else involved. I was doing what I needed to do to sustain the lifestyle that I want to live. So I made an executive decision, choice, to start an OnlyFans. So the question that I guess that I have for the viewers is, How would you all feel if your wife or your significant other, your girlfriend, somebody that you cared about dearly started an OnlyFans and didn't tell you? How would you truly, truly feel? You know, Joe Smith, as they said, made $61 million in the NBA. So a lot of people will say, oh, man. But you have to understand, and I'm not throwing a pity party for him, and that's a lot of money. But the 61 million, you cut that in half, because taxes, agents, probably less than half, but you or actually more than half, rather. You have to consider taxes, agents, managers, and what have you. So that 61 million, he's seen, let's just say 30 million. It's probably less, but we're going to say 30 million. That's still a whole lot of money. To where he could have taken that money and invested it and got with some people. But now he finds himself in a scenario to where he's working for the wife. She has a moving company. He's working for her. I don't know if it's on a daily basis. I don't know if it's part-time. I don't know exactly what the scenario is. But he's working for her, a company that she created. She's saying, listen, I want to sustain a certain type of lifestyle. And I've given you many years to try to hustle, use your name. You Joe Smith, former #1 pick in the NBA. But because of your depression, mental health, we're not able to sustain the lifestyle that we once had. So guess what? I'm going to go out here and do it for us. I love you. I'm never going to leave you. I love you. But I like nice things just as well. So in her mind, she felt like, hey, I went and did what I had to do. Started in OnlyFans. I'm sure most people are familiar with OnlyFans, but for you all that's not, OnlyFans is a site you can go to, and everything's not sexual. But at the same time, a lot of things are sexual. You have people that are on there. You have people that have like foot fetishes. You have people that just like to take, just whatever. Whatever you want to see, there's somebody on OnlyFans that's doing what you like to see. A lot of it is sexual. I must admit, from what I hear. I don't personally know, but from what I hear, a lot of it is sexual. You pay a monthly membership fee, $12, $15, $20, $30, depending on how popular the person is. And they upload videos daily, and you get to watch them, whatever they upload. Allegedly. So, she's doing this for an entire year, and she's maintaining the household. I guess at some point, he's wondering, like, hold on, man, how are we living like this? How are we able to maintain and do these certain things when I know what I make? I don't know exactly what she makes. I know she has a couple businesses, but nevertheless, he became suspicious about the situation and looked into it, found out she had her OnlyFans. My thing is this. This is my take on it. I feel like she's wrong in a couple different ways. First of all, you should tell him. It's your husband. Hey, baby, listen. I got to bring something more to the table. about to start this OnlyFans. I know, how do you feel about it? How can we do this in a respectful manner? She didn't do that. She just went on and did it. Well, of course, guess what? A lot, not all, but guess what a lot of the women are saying? It's her body. She can do what she wants to do. Same thing they always say. Obviously, it's her body. Obviously, you can do what you want to do. It's like a man. It's a man's body. He can do what he wants to do, but that don't make it right because you can do what you want to do. You all are married. In my humble opinion, she should have discussed the matter with him instead of just doing it. Because it's going to ultimately get back to him. You married to a famous individual. Even though he hasn't played in the NBA for years, somebody knows who you are. So it's going to get back to the husband. But you didn't care. It didn't matter to you. And then when the money started coming in, you really, really didn't care. Because you feel like, man, I'm doing me. I'm running this household now as far as financially. I'm making sure that everything's taken care of. I'm making sure that the bills are paid. Yeah, he had a job. Like I said, she had a moving company that she started. He worked for her. And she addressed that on the video. If y'all haven't seen it, go back and look. He works for me. You have millions of people that's going to see this. You're going to ridicule your husband like that? He works for me. I feel the need to make an executive decision about the matter. What? Executive decision? Like, what do you mean? So I feel like she was dead wrong for that. Another reason I feel like she was dead wrong, or part two, or the second reason rather, she recorded it. Why would you record that? You wanted views, publicity, story. It's going to drive more people to your OnlyFans account. And I get it. I get that part. It's marketing. What you did, it wasn't right, but it was brilliant. There's no telling how many new people, subscriptions that she gained from recording that. But in the meanwhile, you making your husband look like a goofball. And didn't even know he's being recorded. He has no clue. So you're able to, it's like you have the advantage of the ups on him because you know that you're recording, so you can say all your little slick comments, and you have him pouring his heart out to you, telling you why he feels like it wasn't right. But guess what? He don't know that the record button is on. He has no clue. And it's just not right. It's not right. I don't care how you want to put it, shape it, try to make it, well, she did this and she was holding it down. I understand that. I got that part. She still should have said, something to her husband. Should have been discussed. You all are married. Vows. You all took those vows. I understand you want to, the expensive purses and shoes, and you want to go on vacations. Who don't? But you're going to sacrifice your entire marriage over some materialistic things? Some materials? It's not right. So it's been reported that, Joe has left her. And she did an interview, I want to say with TMZ. And And she was just basically like, I'm still here for him. I'll never turn my back on him. I love him. He's my husband. I was with him. You can't say you was with him when he had nothing. But you've been with him for 13 years and you're just tired of the depression and the mental health problems and things of that nature. Listen, that's not to be discussed in front of the world. You keep that under wraps. Why would you tell the world that? Everybody's listening. Makes me think she's trying to stage one. Now, when I say stage one, it means like, okay, fellas, you want to go out, kick it with your partners or go to a party or whatever. You're supposed to be home with your wife, your girl, but you really want to be out with the fellas hanging. You're going to stage one. You come home, one fork in the sink. I'm sick of this. They're going dishes in the sink. The house is dirty. I can't take this no more. What do you mean the house is dirty, baby? It's one fork. I don't care. Then when I come in here, the hot water ain't working, or just anything. You stage your argument. I'm out of here. All alone. Knowing you was trying to get out of the house anyway. So staging one, that's what that means. And I believe that's what she's doing. She's trying to stage one. She's the breadwinner now. I don't know if they had a prenup. I don't know anything, as far as the details and the ins and outs of their marriage. But she's the breadwinner now. So I don't know exactly what their situation is, but I know that in my heart, when you married, you don't do that, man. You just embarrassed your husband. She talked to him like he had a tail between his legs. She actually did. I made a decision. I had to do this and I had to do that. And, for years I've been trying to tell you about the, how I feel, and you can't make it happen. So I went out and made it happen. And it wasn't that I hid it from you for an entire year. You just didn't pay attention to your wife. And no, you hid it. You hid it. I'm not trying to hear that you didn't pay attention to your wife and, man, you hid it. Now, perhaps he didn't pay attention to his wife. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying with the OnlyFans thing, you hid that. You hid that shit. You wrong. You wrong, Joe Smith's wife. You wrong. I'm not going to say her name. Y'all have to Google it and look it up for yourself if you're not already familiar. I'm not going to say her name. She's wrong for that. Just understand that when you didn't have nothing, he was toting the bill. And that's why a lot of people don't, actually feel sorry for Joe Smith, because 61 million, you've seen half of it, 30. If you have depending on where you live at, but still, if you had a great job and you made $200,000 a year, a great job, you make $200,000 a year. Over the course of 30 years, what are you going to see? 6 million? And you had a nice lifestyle. 6 million. Got your 401k, your IRAs and your investments, real estate, stocks, bonds, and, whatever you invested in during that time. You're going to have some M's in your retirement. You're going to have some millions. But yet, this guy had seen 30 million in the course of 13 years. Way more than $200,000 a year. Way more. And he just blew it. So a lot of people's not feeling sorry for Joe Smith. But his wife, in my opinion, she was dead wrong. Women always want to, not all women. It's my body. Okay, what does your body have to do with doing right by your husband? You see what I'm saying? It's your body to go do whatever you want to. Yes, your body, but that don't mean that you can just go and do whatever simply because it's your body. When you're married, that's all I'm saying. Yes, it is your body. But that wasn't right. What she did, in my opinion, it wasn't right. Now, she's saying she's paying the bills and she's holding the household down, and the things that he should be doing, he's not able to do anymore because of his depression and mental health problems that he's dealing with. And I understand that. I understand that he's dealing with these things. But for you to just go on social media and just ridicule the man and humiliate him like that, you wrong, man. You dead wrong. So I just wanted to share this with you all this morning and see what you think about that. Fellas, if your wife had an OnlyFans, you found out, would you be mad? Would you be upset? Okay, you approach her about the situation and she talks to you like you got a tail between your legs. I'm making sure the lights is on around here. You ain't doing it. So I took it amongst myself to go do it. You work for me. What she told me, you work for me. How would you feel, fellas? Your wife talking to you like this. Because she has the upper hand now as far as financially. Chime in, man. Definitely hit that comment. Let me know. I want to know what you think. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to definitely like. Dislike if you didn't like it. As I mentioned, comment, share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and hit that post notification so anytime I bring you this action and this heat, you'll be amongst the first to receive. Real Kens TV, man. Till next time.